Hey guys, True Seeker here. Um, some things have been weighing heavy on my heart here. This whole March on Washington thing, um, small false flag to me. Now, this Adam Kokesh, he's been arrested for smoking pot, but not really smoking pot. Now he's released in time to call for a final civil war here. And yeah, I mean, it's a great idea, you know, if you're a complete moron, in my mind, because, you know, if you want to do this, that's fine. If you want to kick off a war for your family, you want to succeed in seeing your friends and family, children locked up, give them a reason to just kick this whole thing off, because that's what they're looking for. This guy works for Obama, okay? And this guy, I don't know who he works for, but he don't work for us either. I don't know. A few of my subs, at least one of my subs for sure, like was thinking about doing this march and thinks this guy is really just awesome. And I think that this whole thing is all false flag, and this gives them a reason to lock us all up, and to get this thing going. If you want to oppose this, which I can understand that I want to oppose it too, but you're not going to oppose it through guns. You're not going to oppose it with military might, because this is the United States government we're going up against, that you're going up against here, and they have all the guns, all the people, all the planes, all the tanks, all the everything. You have what? You have a shotgun, you might have an Uzi. They have a lot more than that. So none of this makes any sense. I see all these videos up all over the place, like in support of this, and the only thing I can say is, what are you supporting here? Are you supporting mass death of innocent people, of people that want freedom? Yes, I want freedom too, but not this way, because you're not going to get freedom unless your freedom that you're looking for is death, because you'll get freed that way for sure. But after this whole thing's all over with, this guy's gonna go retire somewhere on an island, while the rest of you just die. That's really the plan. That's what's going on. It's obvious, in your face, and all these false flags and everything else that are going on, is all one goal. So I would encourage anybody, all of you, to use some intelligence and use a little common sense here, because does any of that make sense? To just actually openly declare war on America, call for a civil war, and then go do it? Do you think that they're going to allow that? Do you think that they could be anything other than a trap? I don't think so. I think that the problem is they're getting very, very anxious for us to kick this off, or so they can kick it off in some way, and they'll do this with this guy because they need it to go, because we're figuring things out. What we've figured out is that they have robbed our rights. They have illegally, got our consent. And, they can only rule by consent. So it's not about brute force here. It's about just refusing to play the game. That's what it comes down to. Before we get to this level of an armed revolt, I'd rather see you get to a level of total civil disobedience. Let's just all not pay taxes instead. Let's all just decide that we're going to grow our own food. Let's all just decide we're not going to shop at Walmart anymore. Let's all decide we're going to trade with each other instead of giving our money to the government. Those are the things that are solutions. What this man is proposing is preposterous. It will not work. It will end in death. And not death for the ones that you're looking for. It's going to end in your death. And your family's death. And it's going to end in your neighbors, your friends, your family, all locked up in a FEMA camp. It's the only thing that could come from this. So, I don't know. This has been just weighing heavy on my heart because I see many of you itching for some sort of revolt here. And I get it, but it's not going to work that way. The only way it can work is through a peaceful resolution, which would be to stop paying our money into certain things, whatever you can get away with, and stop funding this stuff. It's all about the money. What they need for them to continue to rule is for us to keep paying. Okay? And this thing here is just about getting rid of the people they consider traitors to their cause. It's not about being patriotic. Being patriotic isn't throwing your life away. Being patriotic doesn't mean you don't use your intelligence and you run out there and do some silly things with a silly man with a really silly outlook on life. Being patriotic means that you stand up for your family and your friends. You take a good look around you and you use some discernment and some intelligence and logic to figure out a good solution to this problem. And it isn't picking up guns. It isn't by declaring a civil war. If it needs to come to that, fine. But it doesn't at this point. At this point, what it needs to come to is Obama needs to stand trial for what he's done, and all these people do. And that's the whole distraction here. That's what this is all about. It's about taking the eyes off of him and putting the eyes onto us. And I don't know. Anyone that will throw away their life on this and anybody that will participate is a fool. A damn fool. Because if you think you have them outgunned, you're wrong. If you think you have them outsmarted, you're wrong. The only way outsmarted comes is by using some smarts. And this is not it. So, I don't know. Memorial Day was a couple days ago. I didn't put out a video on it, but I wanted to say that, Memorial Day is all about honoring our troops. Honoring the people that fought and died for the American way, right? Fought and died for our freedoms. Those brave soldiers, men and women, the ones that are still out there even, they're putting their lives on the line. And the ones that died in the past, they had no idea of the situation. They had no idea that the secret deals in 1871 were made, and before that even. And they had no idea that our rights have been given away. So the most patriotic thing and the best way we could honor them is to bring these facts to light and to use that information, use that to free ourselves and to free our kids. Because the fact is, they illegally, hijacked the American dream. And all those soldiers that died before this didn't know that. They had no clue. And they were real patriots. They would have fought them if they would have known what was really going on. So I think we owe it to them, if we're going to honor their memory, to pick up that torch and to fight for that cause. But when I say fight, I don't mean grabbing guns and being a moron and walking on the street to the White House. And I don't mean to follow some lunatic is hell-bent on people getting killed. Because that's the only thing that could come from, announcing a civil war on America at this point. I mean, I said before, haven't you seen all the videos with all the armored vehicles that they have on trains and all the FEMA camps they have? I mean, they have more stuff than we could ever have. They have all the ammunition, all the bullets, all the everything. So, you know, we can't win an armed revolt. We just can't, unless like we have Petraeus on our side or something like that. But that's not the key. The key here is that they lied to us. That's the truth. We need more people to understand that. We need to open some eyes. And we need to all stand in protest of this and stop giving our consent. Because they can only rule by consent. So the next vote that comes out, none of us vote. We all just stop paying taxes then. We all just stop cooperating. That's really the solution here. Because you know what? What they need more than anything, for them to continue down this path and continue to rule us, is for us to cooperate. And cooperation at this point could just mean following this guy down the wrong path. This is what they want to do. They want to get rid of as many patriots, as many real people, truthers, people that see the truth. They want them out of the way because they want to continue to brainwash our kids and the population. So if you really want to win something here, if you really want to bring this to the next level, let's not bring it to that level. Let's bring it to a level of we see you for what you are, and we refuse to cooperate with you anymore. And we refuse to allow our family and friends to not see it any longer. We need to stand firm in that belief and stand firm in those words and continue to bring those words and spread that message. And that is really the only thing that is going to save us from this predicament. That and faith in God, little prayer, little belief, and love, love and harmony. Love is the key to everything. It really is. It's like compassion for other people, caring for other people, putting other people before yourself. And you're not putting anybody before yourself by putting them in harm's way, by going and waging a physical war on an enemy you can't win against. It has to be a war of the mind. And we have to win it by outsmarting them, by doing what they least expect. But anyway, guys, it's been heavy on my heart. I'm up late tonight thinking about it, and I decided to talk about it. So I hope you guys receive me well, and most of you are sleeping. So sweet dreams, and hopefully when you wake up and hear this, that it makes some sense to you. God bless. Love you guys.